How did the team do overall in the absence, do you feel, of the big hitters? With all due respect to the Liverpool side here today, Salah, Van Dijk, they're obviously not recovered quickly enough from the FA Cup final. They might be ready for what's in store this Sunday. I believe we're going to get someone shortly. How did they perform today for you?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the squad was stretched. They made it 9 changes, played a lot of young players, and they got a result. So I think Jurgen Klopp would be delighted. He's trusted his players have gone and done the job. I mean, you could argue about the amount of goals, and they needed to make up goals, but it's irrelevant. You've got to get the 3 points first, and they're still in with a shout.
That's the thing. When I look back at Jurgen Klopp's time here at Liverpool, when he arrived, obviously the squad looks very, very different now. But he's never had this strength in depth, Rani, that I can remember. Last season they had a defensive crisis, for example.
Yeah, and tonight has been perfect for them, hasn't it? He's been able to rest key players. They've got the result. That was all that mattered tonight. A chance for other players to step up and do their thing. But yeah, he'll be looking around at his bench at times now, and okay, it's a little bit different this evening, but throughout the season there's that strength in depth for sure, and it's in that competition we touched on it a little bit with Diaz coming in as well, and he hasn't taken time to settle in. He's hit the ground running. He's a massive bonus to Jurgen Klopp's armoury, really, and what he can pick out and the teams he can select. So yeah, it's no surprise that they've had a successful season as they have done up to this point, but there's still a lot to play for them.
Yeah, and I guess the importance of having the squad depth to be able to rotate. And I guess another key aspect is Klopp being able to keep players happy.
Yeah, I mean, when you come into a big club, I mean, you have to earn your right to be in that team. And there is a squad, because you're batting on so many fronts that people have to come in and do a job in certain games. And I think he finds that balance. He finds it brilliantly. And it's a real tough job keeping everybody happy. But he seems to. But the 2 big signings for me, Jota and Luis Diaz. I mean, it's just it's been amazing.
Have you seen Diaz play in the flesh yet?
No.
Oh, you missed out then.
Yeah.
You probably haven't seen Diaz play in the flesh, Luis Diaz.
Once, I think. Yeah. His movement, his sharpness, his touch, his eye for goal is just incredible. Yeah,
it's lots of expectations on him, of course, and it's that knock-on effect, because Spurs wanted to try to buy him in January, so Liverpool decided to jump in. This was a future acquisition of theirs, and they pulled the trigger in January instead, and you could probably argue that he has revitalised their campaign, that Liverpool wouldn't be where they are now without Luis Diaz. I know it's strange to say this for a player that didn't feature, but I'm just looking at his overall impact.
Yeah, but the main thing was he hit the ground running. He didn't take any time to settle. He started off great, and he's just continued to be fantastic all the way through. He's got a great athleticism, energy, ability, eye for goal, and it's just been great addition.
Paul will tell you, I think, it's easy to sort of almost stand still and stagnate a little bit when you're at a top club. When you see players still coming through the dressing room door that are of high quality as well, not only does it keep the current squad and players on their toes, because it's competition for them as well, but it just adds to the strength that you've already got within the dressing room, and it just builds that momentum as well. And we've seen that with Liverpool. I mean, this could turn out to be an incredible season. I mean, it's likely that City are going to take the title, but who knows? You just don't know. But potentially to win three trophies would be absolutely incredible.
Let me ask you this though, because Jota is in the equation and he's also hit the ground running, although he's been at the club longer than Diaz. Champions League final, if they're all fit, if Salah is fit, if he's passed the test or whatever it might be, who starts? Who starts for Liverpool?
Konate, Virgil van Dijk, Robertson, Trent.
Okay, those are I would say...
Yeah, we're talking at the top of the pitch?
Yeah, I would say Konate or Matip would be the one you're wondering about, but further up.
Right, Mane, Salah, and I would say Diaz.
Mane, Salah, Diaz, so no room for Firmino?
No.
He was outstanding tonight.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
I thought he was probably our man of the match tonight. Although he didn't score, his link-up play, his runs, his determination, his intelligence is outstanding. But I think I'd have to agree with Walshy. I mean, you cannot not pick those 3 players for the season that they've had.
And forget Firmino, I think Jota he'd be the unlucky one.
Yeah.
Because he's been fantastic as well.
More than Firmino would be unlucky not to be starting.
Yeah, I think Jota would be disappointed, yeah.
The goals he scored.
Yeah, he's scored 20 goals, hasn't he? So, you know, to do that, and he's been a fantastic addition. He gives him something a little bit different in terms of he can head the ball as well. He likes to head it. There's not many of them in Liverpool's front line. But Firmino gives you that little bit of quality and manipulation of the ball in tight areas, clever football, link-up play. So he's got lots of options, and that's what's fantastic about it.
All right, since you're both going for Diaz to start the Champions League final, ahead of some other really big names, of course, who's been the signing of the season? Could it be Diaz? Bearing in mind, though, you have to remember he's only played for half a season in the Premier League. Can you still say he's been the signing of the year?
Well, I'll tell you who's really surprising was Jota.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jota.
Yeah.
You know, he's you know, I saw him at Wolves. I never thought he'd come to Anfield and had the impact that he's had, and so he's been a great signing. But Diaz has been fantastic as well.
Jota, yeah, the goals, incredible. You know, you see he was an intelligent footballer at Wolves, but he's just slotted into this Liverpool setup, you know, seamlessly. Outstanding. And you talked about the strength and depth. You know, we're almost like trying to pick a lineup, an attacking three. I mean, whoever's not figuring in that, Klopp's going to have on the bench, and we'll more than happily change that. And we're not even including like the Origis, you know, guys like that, you know, who are still doing a job.
But that doesn't answer my question, because I said signing of this season. Jota
was before.
Jota was in 2020.
This whole COVID thing is just like throwing my whole mind.
I know it feels like that.
It does, yeah.
Well,
in that case, then Diaz. Yeah. If that's the case,
Even if it's half the season.
I'm not just talking about Liverpool, by the way. I'm talking about the Premier League in general.